Now I've kind of guessed at what's different, but now we'll see for sure. Aha, okay, woo. It's got some heft to it. Hey guys, I am very excited to be coming to you today with my first and possibly last ever PR box unboxing. So maybe a year or so ago, I did a video on my own about Subtl Beauty, which is this brand of cosmetics that they all come in these little circular containers and they all connect together, so they're good for like traveling or keeping in your purse or whatever. I just purchased this on my own because I saw an ad and made the video on my own, and I must have gotten onto Subtl Beauty's radar because they reached out to me recently and asked if I would be interested in receiving a PR package from them because they were going to be totally like revamping their brand and their products, and so I agreed. So they confirmed I can make an honest video or whatever content I want on whatever platform I want. The only thing I had to agree to was that they were going to send it sometime during the past week by Thursday, and then their new line rolled out Friday and I was supposed to post my content on Friday. As you are watching this, if you're watching it the day that it comes out, hopefully it will be Saturday. So I did not receive the products by Thursday, and I was ready and willing to record a video up until 9 o'clock Thursday night. It didn't come until sometime later on Friday, and by then I was working all day and I was out that night, so I wasn't able to meet their timeline. So apologize in advance, and sorry to Subtl Beauty. Check your logistics and shipping providers, but I'm doing it as quickly as I can following that. And again, their new line just rolled out yesterday as of the time that I'm recording this, so it should still hopefully be timely, and I haven't actually looked in the box yet, so you're gonna see my like honest, fresh reaction as I'm opening these products. I will confess that I did look on their website since I knew that their new products were rolling out yesterday, so I have an idea of what it's gonna be like, but I haven't seen them in person, and I brought, again, my items that I already have just to see how everything compares to each other. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take the things out of here. I did peek at the top layer in the box, so I have a little sense of what they're going for is maybe like a travel theme, because they sent this cute little luggage tag. So let me open this up. So it says SUBTL STAKs on one side, and then the other side says we're going places. So that's a cute little luggage tag. Actually, I think I needed a new luggage tag, so that's handy. And then I saw they also sent a portable phone stand, which is something else that I kind of needed actually. Oh, this is very nice. A metal phone stand. I don't know how to open this. Oh, and it has their little brand on it, SUBTL STAKs. So maybe, I wonder if they're like rebranding themselves from Subtl Beauty, which was on their previous product, to SUBTL STAKs. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Anyway, that's like a really nice heavy duty phone stand. Okay. And then I thought this was funny because I had actually purchased one of these for myself recently, but it's one of these like pill cases from Amazon, but it says chill pills. Uh-oh, this guy loves plastic bags. It says chill pills, and there's like all these little compartments for different sized pills inside. All right, you're gonna have to go away, my friend. And then finally we start getting to the actual Subtl Beauty or SUBTL STAKs products, because I saw this on their website. So this is like a little travel cosmetic case, I guess, and it has their little logo on it, but it's a nice sized little bag, especially if your makeup is, you know, this much. So it's like cloudy on one side with the branding, and then there's a clear window on the other side, and it zips shut, and it's in this pretty kind of periwinkle color. So okay, now we've gotten through this top section, so now we come to this actual nice box that says SUBTL STAKs. The side, it says talc-free, fragrance-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, cruelty-free, vegan, and refillable, which actually I know is something that had been missing from their previous products. Each of these things, yes, you can, you know, replace each level within the stack, but the actual product itself doesn't come out of its little plastic layer, so you purchase a whole new layer every time. And I think what they have now, well, I'll see when I open it, but I think the actual like pot of powder or whatever pops out of its little plastic ring, so you're producing less waste. So how do I open that? Aha. Okay. Oh, very nice. Okay. Oh, well, everything got kind of shuffled around in here. But it says, step 1, assemble your dream stack, and step 2, conquer the world. And then inside the lid here, it says stackable, streamlined, and ready for anything. So I think everything was supposed to be sticking out of these holes because they're labeled with like blush and concealer and stuff. But everything's sort of inside here. So I'm just gonna remove this cover. And I think this little pamphlet is really going to explain everything to me because it says, say hello to Stack 2.0, and you're one of the first to try the new Stack. This is their wording, so I'm now, I guess, reading a commercial for Subtl Beauty. Do a happy dance because your new beauty routine is about to get a whole lot simpler. Unbox your products and twist off their protective covers. Save 1 to 2 as extra lids just in case. That's good because on the previous one, you don't have an extra lid, so if you don't want to use like the whole stack stacked together, you want to leave one item out, it's not going to be covered. So I like that there's going to be an option to cover things if I don't want them all stacked together. Build your stack using the free base and mirror lid included. Oh, that's interesting too. So there was no mirror, you know, built in or included with this one. The lid is just blank, so there will be a little mirror in it, so that's a nice addition. And step 4, admire how small your makeup routine just got. Take it out for a spin in your favorite bag. And then there's also instructions on how to refill. So like I had guessed, the inner pans are going to be separate from their plastic covers. And then finally, here's what's new. So now we'll get a whole synopsis of everything. Now I've kind of guessed at what's different, but now we'll see for sure. Okay, so refillable. Replenishing your stack is now easier than ever. Reduce waste and save money with the new refillable design. Redesigned. These new tools are redefining convenience. Do your makeup anywhere, anytime with our #1 most requested additions, the mirror and brush. They did have a brush when I purchased this before, but it was like a wide brush, and it didn't really work for every kind of product. So. And reformulated. We didn't think our formulas could get any better, but they did. Our vegan, clean, and cruelty-free products feature nourishing ingredients like jojoba oil, hyaluronic acid, and squalene. Squalene? I never know how to pronounce it. We also enhanced the coverage and staying power of our cream products. So that's very interesting because one last thing before I get into this box, but I did just want to mention, in the product that I had before, I have a shine control powder, concealer, eyeshadow, and a lip and cheek kind of color balm. The concealer I really was not a fan of. It was like greasy and very thin. It didn't really have much coverage. The shine control powder, it might have been okay, but it's so small. It was just hard to like apply with a little teeny tiny, actually let me open it. The little teeny tiny powder buffer that you get, it's just so small. The eyeshadow I actually did like, and the lip and cheek color I actually really liked. So they were kind of 2 and 2 with me. So let's see how I like these new products and this new formulation, and I don't know where to begin since these are all out of order. So let me kind of try to put these in some kind of order. Okay, I got it a little better organized now. If you know me, you know I'm a very organized person, so this makes it a little less stressful for me. I'm not sure, but it looks like I might have gotten like one of every color, which is kind of exciting. So let me start, I guess I'll start with this one. So this is the mirror lid and brush base. So it looks like probably, you know, no matter what other products you pick, you would get one of these. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing is it's significantly larger in diameter than the previous design. Hopefully you can see that okay. It's maybe like half an inch or so wider in diameter, which is good because like I said, one of the things that made that one, the previous version, a little challenging is it was hard to get in that little container for some of the products. So this screws apart. So here's like the bottom, I guess, and there is, oh, this is sort of attached. There is a little tiny brush that I think fits in here. So it's like kind of rounded. There's plastic on it. It's kind of rounded, but that will probably be easier for applying some of those powder products. And that just fits right into the circle. And then on the top half of that is a mirror. And then it also looks like this flips open, so I'm not sure. Ah, okay. So you can flip it open and access the brush and the mirror. So I think the reason why it unscrews then is because I'll add all my other products. This will be the bottom, and I'll stack all the other products, and then the brush will go on top. That's my guess. Okay. So another new item that I saw they added, which is really cool, is a brush cleaner. So I always use a brush cleaner, like just a little, this is funny. Okay, so it's like a little textured kind of foamy, spongy sort of thing that you can like rub your brush on in between colors or to clean off the powder in between. So here it is, and it's the same type of kind of textured material. And they also sent a refill little spongy piece. That's really funny. I'm not seeing, I don't want to mess it up. Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't want to mess it up. It's sort of like, I don't want to say brand name Velcro, but it like hook and loops itself to the bottom of the container here, and that's what holds it in place. And then I'm also seeing on the back, there's a, aha, okay, woo. Okay, so this is how the refillable pans will work. This is like the metal pan, and then there's like a little inner ring that it fits in, and then the whole thing goes into the base. All right, something like that. Okay. All right, this is actually really cool. Okay, so let me add this to my little base here with the brush. Okay, and then the next layer I'm gonna do, so they sent 2 bronzers. I don't personally use bronzer. I didn't get a bronzer on my previous one, but they sent me 2 options. All right, well, one is called Latte and one is called Leche. They look almost identical to me. I guess Leche is a little bit lighter, and since I'm not really a usual bronzer wearer and I'm extremely fair, I'll add Leche to my stack. Okay, so now we get to how the items with the pans are. So there is like a little plastic cover over the whole thing. So that's what they were saying, like hang on to these if you wanna, you know, if you don't wanna have everything in your stack all the time. But so that comes off, and then the way that the refillable layers work is there's like a ring, so you can, I believe, unscrew or pop the ring out. Oh, I guess it just pops out. Okay, so once you pop it out, here's the outer ring. This is kind of the top ring that holds it down from the top, and then here's the pan of actual product, and yes, Leche. And then here's the base. So the base does say on the outside of it what the product is, bronzer, just like on the previous version. So you know kind of which level you want to, you know, open it to. And then the next one I wanted to look at was the concealer. So that was one that I had mentioned before that wasn't really my favorite in the previous formulation. So I'm excited to try this one. So they sent me 3 options. They're numbered 1, 2, and 3. So there's option 1 is for fair skin tones with cool undertones. Option 2 is also fair skin tones with cool undertones. And option 3 is for fair skin tones with neutral undertones. So that's a little confusing. Usually when I purchase concealers or foundations, I'm usually like the second lightest thing. So I'm wondering if I should just go with option 2, but actually I think I'm gonna choose this option 1 because it looks kind of similar in color to the concealer that I currently use. And that, again, has the lid that pops off, and I won't take every one of these apart, but I do want to, I'm just so curious. Ooh, okay, I already like this texture a lot more. It's definitely a lot creamier feeling and less greasy feeling. It is very light in coverage. So just rubbing on my hand, it's sort of a weird kind of waxy texture. So once I finish this, I'll get up and like put some on my face. I'm also liking, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, but I'm liking that the labels on the outside of these containers are kind of lining themselves up as I connect them together. So hopefully they all keep screwing together in the right direction. All right, let's do the eyeshadow next. So they sent me 3 options for eyeshadows. And each one of these is a duo. So the one I got before, I believe was called Dune, and actually this is Dune again. So Dune is shimmery bronze taupe and a matte rich brown. Then there is Jelly, a shimmery pink champagne and matte dusty pink. And there is Crush, shimmery cool mauve and matte dusty lavender. And it's kind of a shame because I wish that I could mix and match between the twos, because I really like the shimmery pink champagne of Jelly, but I like the darker matte brown of Dune. So since I've already used Dune before and I know I like it, I'm gonna try the Jelly. I'll put that into this stack. And of course you could do multiple eyeshadow layers. You know, the stack can get as tall as you want. So if you wanted, you know, 2 colors of bronzer, or you had, you know, different needs that you wanted, like multiple shades of concealer, or you wanted to put all the eyeshadows, you can make this thing as big as you want. But I'll just go with the one for now. Okay, and then let's do, so there's a lip and cheek, but there's also a blush level. So let me add a blush first. They sent me 2. There's Day Trip at Dawn and Blossom Bound. And again, they both look pretty similar to me. Man, I don't know what's the difference. Maybe Day Trip at Dawn is like a little orangier? I don't know. I guess I'll go with Blossom Bound. Both of them are darker and redder than the blush that I usually use. I'm usually more of like a light coral color is my typical blush that I use. So okay, it looks a little better outside of the package. It's like a little pinker, so okay, we'll go with that one. And the labels are still lining up, so that's cool. And then let's do the lip and cheek. So that was one of the items that I liked from my previous stack. I've actually have used it even when not using the rest of the stack. I'll still use the lip and cheek color, and I got Dusty Rose previously. So let's see what they sent me. Okay, they sent me Terracotta Tour Guide and Passport to Plum, which is like a very deep color. That's a little scary to me right now, so I guess I will go with Terracotta Tour Guide. I mean, these are going together really nicely. It's got some heft to it. Okay, and then I think there's still 2 more things. So there's a highlighter layer, and they sent me Champagne for the highlighter. I think there was only one option for that, and it looks like a normal kind of, you know, shimmery tan colored kind of highlighter. You'll have to take my word for it because it's coming up too bright on the camera, but I'll add that. And then the final layer I'm gonna add is their Shine Control Powder. So again, I had that in the previous version, and the previous one is very light, almost white looking, while the new one is a little more neutral, less white. They say it's a translucent pressed powder. The previous one, I just checked, the shade name is Universal. So translucent sounds universal to me here. And then we'll add the lid layer that has the mirror. So now here is my stack. Compared to, now again, there's a couple additional products in this one because they sent me everything, compared to this only had 4 types of things. But even still, it's a lot heftier and bigger. Not that this is large. If this is your entire makeup case, that's still pretty good. But it is significantly more. So this is kind of nice because when you pop open the lid, it's open to whatever's on the top level of product here. So for me, it opens to that Shine Control Powder, and then you just unscrew the base, and there's your little brush. Let's see how the brush fits into the little containers. We'll say that seems significantly easier than the giant brush that I had gotten before. I don't have a mirror here, so I'll have to move a little bit when I test out these products. But I mean, I will say just overall aesthetically and, you know, the feel of the product, it feels very nice. I'm not sure how the price compares to the previous, version that they had. I'll double check that and insert something here. I would say if all things were equal, I guess this version is a little nicer just as far as like packaging and stuff. I did want to see how the sizes of the product compared to the sizes previously, because I think that they are the same size, just in a different outer container. Yeah, so the actual inner product is the same diameter. The new thing here is that there's these outer rings of the container that allow you to switch out the pan without replacing the whole plastic layer. So yeah, hopefully that becomes a little bit lower waste option. Okay, so we're up here in my bathroom so I can see what I'm doing. The one thing that the Subtl STAK is missing is anything for eyebrows. And if you have followed me or watched any of my like get ready with me, you know that eyebrows and concealer is like the one thing I gotta do. But an eyebrow pencil takes up like no space. If this is your whole makeup routine, that's not bad. And this one and a lot of them have like a little brush built in. So okay, eyebrows are already done. Pretend that already happened. So what I'm really excited to try is the concealer. I have already put concealer under my eyes. My eyes are just like perpetually dark, so another layer won't hurt. But let me just try a little bit more. I guess I'll just do it with my finger and just kind of see how it looks. Yeah. So I tried it when I was going through the thing before. I am not a huge fan of this texture. It's like kind of waxy and it's very thin in texture or in consistency, so I think to have any kind of level of coverage you'd probably have to put on a lot. So still not a fan of the concealer, unfortunately. The other thing I wanted to try was the eyeshadow, because that was one of my favorites in my previous purchase. This was a different color. This one again is called Jelly, which is like a champagne colored shimmer, and then I forget what color they said was the matte, but it's sort of like a very light brown. So I guess I'll start with the champagne color. Wow, that goes on, that's really highly pigmented looking. Let's see, wow, okay. Yeah, this is nice, very, very pigmented, which is what I liked about the previous colorway that I had tried. Wow, really nice, okay. Yeah, that's nice. I'm a fan of the shadow. And then since I have some color now on my brush, I'll try the brush cleaning layer and see how that, wow, okay, it takes it right off. It just sucked into this sponge. So that works great. And then let me try the darker or more matte shade. Not seeing it pick up so much like I did on the lighter one, but let's see. Huh, maybe I'm just like, maybe it's too light? I guess it's going onto my eyes. Maybe it's just a lighter color than I'm used to. I'm sure it's fine. It's just a little bit lighter of a shade maybe than I'm used to. I'm just gonna kind of blend those together so we can move on. All right, what else did I want to try here? I'm really liking the color cleaner here. Let's go with the blush, since I hadn't tried their actual powder blush before. I guess that I could use the little circular brush that it comes with to apply the blush. I want to give it a fair shake, and I wish that I was using my real blush brush, but I'm gonna, wow, okay, that's really bright. All right, let's see. I'm just not liking it with this brush because I feel like because of the shape, it's applying like in a stripe. Right now I probably look like a clown, so I'm just gonna try to blend it out. Okay, that's a little better. Again, it's a little bit brighter of a pink than what I usually go with. And let's see if the brush cleaner can take off the red powder from this white bristles. Not so well. So the brush is permanently pink now. Well, let me do the bronzer since I hadn't tried that product before. Probably should have done that sooner, but oh well. And I'm gonna get a different brush for that. Here's a different brush for the bronzer. It's a pretty light colored bronzer, but I'm a pretty light colored person. So let's try that. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I don't think it looks bad. I just don't usually use bronzer. Yeah, I'm just not a usual bronzer wearer, but I think it's fine. The you know, consistency was nice. One other nice thing about bronzer is you can use it as an eyeshadow sometimes. So actually, I just wanted to try it as a shadow and see how that looks. Maybe like in the crease. That doesn't hurt. It is pretty sheer, I think, bronzer, but let me clean that off. I really like the brush cleaning layer. Okay, and then the last one, oh, well, let me do the highlighter. So highlighter is something that I do use sometimes, usually when I'm doing like more getting dressed up fancy. It's not like an everyday thing for me, but let's see how that looks. Oh, okay. That's pretty nice. Very subtle, as is the name, Subtl Beauty or Subtl STAK. But yeah, I like it. I can definitely see it. And highlighter is also something that you could use even on your eyelids as you want. So all of these, you know, a lot of these can double as eyeshadows. Even the powdered blush you could use as a shadow if you wanted. Speaking of which, let's try the lip and cheek. So this was another one that was one of my favorites when I tried the products previously. And this lip and cheek color was called Terracotta Tour Guide. The other choice they gave me was like a very bold, dark plum. So, ooh, okay. So very sheer. Yeah, that looks nice. Very sheer lip color. I don't really want to put anything else on my cheeks because they're pretty pink from that powdered blush, but I'll do it on my hand just to see. It's pretty sheer. It basically feels like rubbing tinted lip balm onto your hand. So I assume it would look similar on my cheeks, but the lip balm I liked before as a lip color, and so this is also I'm liking as a lip color. And then the last thing that I need to try is the shine control powder. So unfortunately, the brush that this came with is now stained pink, but I'll try it maybe with one of these brushes. Okay, so it does go on. You can see it on the brush. Okay. I mean, I like the consistency of it. Yeah, okay, it definitely was working because I was getting kind of sweaty. So it definitely works. So I tried out everything now. Like you saw, there's a few other shades that I have, but I don't see how they would really differ in consistency or anything. So I really like that brush cleaner level. And then bronzer was fine. Concealer, still not really a fan of it. The eyeshadow is nice. I liked it before as well. The blush, maybe it's just the colors that they sent me. I feel like I'm looking like a clown on this camera. The product itself is fine. I think it's just the shades that I wasn't a huge fan of. The lip and cheek color, however, I do like as a, sheer lip tint. And highlighter also was nice. And the shine control powder, also nice. And the fact that it's now in a little bit larger of a opening and you can actually access it better, I think makes it a little more user-friendly. So I will thank Subtl Beauty. Hopefully the shipping issues and the timing issues don't affect your opinion of me. But thank you so much for sending me these products for my totally honest review. I believe I still have a referral code for them, so if I do, I'll put that down in the description. That will give us each a small discount off a future purchase. But hope you found that interesting and useful, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!